emotions, and I just wanted to, like, what different emotions are you expressing through this piece?
Um, through this piece, uh, there's a lot of things that goes on in my life, and part of them is actually being broken on the inside through certain experiences that I've been through. So I wanted to actually just use that to remind myself that even though I'm broken inside, I can still create certain things and I can still make the best part of it, which is using that whole floor of like having that idea of creating my own character and to actually see it come to life and then tie it down with that emotion of being broken. I kind of felt like this piece really did that, and that's why like I gave it that title and I made it the way it is.
Sorry, this question might seem a little unorthodox,
No
but
problem.
is it, in doing like your artwork, especially the specific piece and talking about brokenness, is it also helping you to mend the pieces, or are you, is that not a focus and you just want to express it? Is it helping you to mend those pieces? I guess that's my question.
It is actually. Um, when I look at my own work, I kind of feel tied to it, and sometimes I do it unconsciously. Like I make art. I just get in the moment. I get my music up in there, and I'm just in the moment. I'm working on it. I get lost. I gotta take a break sometimes, go back, and then when it's finished, I kind of just feel like, yeah, like, oh, I was talking about something in this, and that's what it does for me. So yeah, it helps with mending the emotions.
Speaks back to you. Huh?
Yeah, it does.
That's amazing, and it's beautiful. We're actually going to take a quick break just to introduce our second student who would like to share their story about their mother. It's a short story poem. Again, her name is Nicole Strawn, and I'm just excited to hear from her and hear her story. Nicola, if you want to come and share with us, that would be amazing.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Nicole Strawn, and I'm here to present a poem. My poem today is named Mama. It's a tribute to my mom, Nicole Strawn, and it's called Thank You. Thank you, Mom, for everything. How did you find the energy, Mom, to do all the things you did, to be a teacher, nurse, and counselor, to me and all the kids? How do you do it all, Mom? Be a chauffeur, cook, and friend, yet find time to be a playmate I can't comprehend. I can now see it was love, Mom, that made you come whenever I'd call. You gave me unconditional love, Mom, and I thank you for it all. And that was a tribute to my mom. My mom is 38 for the moment. She had me at 17, and she pretty much raised me and my 9 biological siblings. I just want to shout out to my sister Nikita, Nicolette, Nikki J, Nicole Jr., Nia, Isaac, JJ, and Ian. And I just want to thank my mom for everything she has done. She taught me how to brush my hair, how to braid hair, how to read, how to speak, how to eat, how to act. And honestly, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. I wouldn't be here to tell this story. She's the reason why I was able to go off to college. I'm the first one out of both generations from my mom's side and my dad's side to ever go to college. And I just
Nice.
want to thank my dad for thriving us in this black excellence and being there for my mom, being patient and raising all of us all as one. And I'm just so grateful for that.
Thank you so much, Nicola.
No problem.
for that. I'm sure your mother loved that tribute to her. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I love that I love the story that you shared about her raising 9 biological children.
Yes.
That's
I'm the eldest out of 9 kids.
nice. And how was that family dynamic being eldest out of
It's so much fun. I have Leos and Cancers and Scorpios and Sagittarius all living in one house.
Ooh.
And it's just the fact that I'm now the first one out of both sides of my family to ever attend college. My siblings are seeing me do that and they're like, hey, I can't wait to go to college too, to make a difference, to put up our photos all over the house of us graduating. And
Yeah.
yeah.
My parents do that too.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You're creating Black history within your own
Of course.
realm. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much, Nicola, for sharing
Thank
that with
you.
us. Thank you. And thank you. So, Cam, back to you. Again, Nicola's story is amazing. I love that she wanted to represent her mom and just celebrate her mother. Raising 9 children is definitely not easy. I don't have any children myself, but I can only imagine
Yeah.
seeing other people do it and knowing what kind of child I was. So 9 of them, okay, that's that's really a feat. But we applaud her. We applaud her.
Yeah, I did think that was very, very inspiring. I felt connected to the poem, and it actually resonated with me, and that's like a lot, cause like for me also, it's a large family, 7 kids. My mom kind of raised us all, and that's why I said like it's almost the reason why I'm here. Like I feel like I want to prove something, and even in my name, down to my name, like I still carry her along. I try to always put that on every piece. Like I sign my pieces with her name, so I kind of just always create that connection because mothers are underrated. Still.
Oh, very, very
Still.
underrated. Very underrated. Shout out to my mom, who's doing an amazing job. Amazing job. Thank you, Mom. Still at my big age, still raising me. So, the job never stops. It never stops. So
Never. So I do applaud them like a lot. To all the moms out there.
All the
they're
moms.
They're superheroes.
We need more than just Mother's Day. We need something more longer. So I did want to ask you more about your artwork. We do have another piece here that you wanted to present to us. And what's the title of this piece?
So the title of this piece is called Die King. It's actually a mixed media type of piece.
Die King?
Die King. THY. Yeah.
Die King, okay.
Die King.
Okay.
So there was this, during my years of working with charcoal and pencil, there was this musical artist in Nigeria like I was obsessed with, sort of. I liked his music because he made so much that kind of resonated with my work. And I had this idea of making like 5 artworks for him, referencing him and just kind of putting that on social media. I was going hard on it. My friends would tag in. Eventually, he recognized the art pieces and he actually bought one of them. That was a lot for me.
Yeah, how did that feel?
It was great knowing that I could just do that from my room.
Yeah.
Because I was just posting the artworks back to back, and that helped with even like motivation. And like, so I just wanted to pay a tribute now, like to where I'm at, like even though I haven't connected with him in a while, and I just didn't want that part of my story to be like erased. So I just wanted to kind of just take that idea of how he just represented like my entire career as an artist in a sense. And I just wanted to actually put him, because around the artwork there's these scribbled lines. That's actually my signature. And yeah, and that's my signature, and it's called Essence of Unity. So it's kind of what ties me down to how I create my work. So now I just actually discovered that, and it's because of the kind of things that I've gone through and the kind of works that I've created. So I actually took that piece, the face is actually a paper, I cut it out, and then I put it on the canvas and I created my signature around it. So I just wanted to actually just put that as a reference in my story. And wherever I go, wherever I tell the story, I just want to be reminded also that I did have a lot in the past. I did a lot in the past, and these are the things I show for them now.
Yeah, and these are what, yeah, this is your legacy, you know, this is what's gonna be left behind. Oh my God, I'm talking about death. I'm so sorry, but yeah, this is your legacy, and it's amazing. You said that you did you draw the face and then transfer it to the canvas?
Oh yeah. I drew the
Okay.
face and cut it out, and then I did that representation of him being like a king, because he's very underrated in the musical scene in my home country. He's talented too, and like they don't give him enough praise. And he was the first person to purchase my artwork for a huge sum of cash. I couldn't believe I got that amount in commission. So that was a night, cold night. I thought I was about to give up, because I had been going hard, 5 different artworks, posting back to back, had almost 300 posts on my Instagram page because I was posting the process.
Yeah.
And he just like commented and he told me to send my account number, and I did that. And he kind of paid for it. And that was so big for me, because I was like 14,
Okay.
15, and I
Yeah.
made like 100K.
Wow.
I was blown away.
Wow. I'm blown away too.
So yeah, that kind of stuck with me for a long time. So I just wanted to put that there in my story, so that whenever, like, I'm talking to someone as an artist, and I'm trying to even just get through to someone, I want them to be inspired, and these are the kind of things that I'm going to show for it.
And I was just thinking that like this is cemented in your story now. This is like such a milestone in your story. What was the name of the artist again?
So his name is Runtown.
Rontown?
Yeah, his music is so good, and I actually urge you guys to listen to it if you have the chance. Like,
Yeah, that's why I was like, what's the name of the man again? To encourage this kind of artwork, to inspire this kind of artwork.
Yeah.
Wow, and I'm so happy that he supported you, and because, well, I mean, it's amazing. So,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
why not? But still, something to be inspired by you and him reaching out in that way. That's amazing. So,
It is.
and I know you were just talking about a situation that worked out for you.
Yeah.
However, I just wanted to, like, I was just wondering, like, do you have any situations where it was like an unfair situation that you had to like overcome? Because I know that one was a great,
Yeah.
that was a great one.
So actually, there is, and it's so funny that it's tied down with the previous artwork I just mentioned, the Die King. When he paid that amount, it kind of went viral in my home country. A lot of blogs were reaching out, so I started to get this confidence as an artist. Like,
Oh, at 15,
Yeah.
that's nice.
but I actually hit rock bottom when I was doing after he paid. I was young, and I didn't even like secure that connection. So I started to make like artworks for like other musical artists just to pay tribute to them. So I actually encountered one musical artist. He was ready to pay for it. The whole thing was good. He was flying back into the home country. Like, he just did a tour, and then like he told me like he was gonna reach out to me to let me know to bring the artwork to his place. And when he got back, I actually saw it on Instagram. I was like, okay, he's back, but he
He
didn't
didn't
text
reach
me.
out. Yeah.
So I texted him. I didn't get a reply back. And then I called his management, and out of a reaction, he kind of told me like if he didn't reach out to me, he didn't want it, and he just used it for publicity. Because I was going viral, and he posted it on his page, and he used his song to promote. And
Wow.
when that hit, I kind of deleted everything on my page.
You were young.
I was young.
You were
So
young.
that part of my story
Yeah.
has been erased. Like it's not there anymore. And that's why where I'm at right now, I kind of feel like it's good that I include things like this in my story, because a lot of people might think it's like, oh yeah, you got that huge amount, you were viral, but there were down times, and those
not
down
linear at
times,
all. Yeah.
it did hit. So I kind of like hold that very strongly, and that's actually, but I was able to overcome, and that's what Centennial College has done. I can't lie. Like coming out here, seeing all that, seeing people, different perspectives, I'm like, yeah, like you can fall, but you can also rise back up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Still I rise. Absolutely. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry that you had to go through that, especially at a young age, you know.
Yeah.
Having people break your trust, it's kind of a lot of us still struggle with that, still have
Yeah.
to struggle with that, but I'm glad that you turned it around and was able to get something good out of it and come out of that dark place
Yeah.
and just be able to rise above. So amazing. Thank you.
Problem.
So like what's one piece of advice that you would want to give to like the student body, maybe a student who is struggling to balance school as well as life and social life and everything like that? Do you have like a piece of advice for anybody out there to kind of help them through that?
Yeah, I do actually. I would say, if I was actually talking to that person, the individual, or
Yeah, I'm the person. Let's go.
I would say, take a deep breath. Understand what it is that you do. Actually understand it. It's not just about learning it. It's not just about thinking about the fact that you do it, but understanding it, connecting with it, and then looking at the future. Like, and years from now, where do you want to be? Like, do you want to be at a desk, 9 to 5, working for the man, going home, sleeping late,
People want that. People want that, yeah.
or do you want to connect with what it is that you do, create as much as you can, and just inspire the next person? Just think about all of that. Think about the future of it, and then love it. Like, really put your heart into it. Like, I get up, I had work last night, and then I have school today. But when I thought about like doing the Black History Month, coming out there, I was like, okay, this is what I live for. So I can't be tired. I can't be stressed, because these are the connections I made to myself as an artist. Like, this is how I want to connect with my work. And life as an artist doesn't get more than this. Like, doing interviews, applying for grants, creating art. That's it.
You're living the dream, right?
So
living
yeah,
the
so just
dream.
understanding it, creating that connection with it, and just thinking about the future of it. Those are probably like the 3 advices I could give to anyone.
Wow. So that definitely leads me into my next question. Like what is one goal that you have in terms of like supporting the Black community, or even just like as you're growing in your Black identity? Like, what is one goal that you have currently?
My current goal and contribution back with is actually to open a gallery here in Toronto and also back home. And I actually want to give artists that opportunity to do what it is that they want to, and I want to curate shows for them. And with having a studio here and having a studio back home, I actually want to bring that connection that I felt, because I'm living both worlds. I have this energy from back home, and the energy here is also surreal too. So as an artist, that actually helped like a lot. I don't know how to explain it really, but just living both worlds. Because in Lagos, art is also like big. It's really big.
Really?
A lot of people are finally even growing into it. They're embracing it because for the longest time, back home, it was neglected. Like, if you were doing art, nobody would really take you seriously.
Sounds familiar.
But now, like, I came out here and I actually saw that a little inch of support. Like, even though, like, there's still that downside of it, like, the way people are pushing out here, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
So I actually want to bring those worlds together.
Yeah.
Like, I wanna create shows between Toronto and Lagos, and I also want to give the youths, the next generation, the next future of art, that opportunity, because like that's it for them. That's how they're gonna be set for life. Because if I had that during the times when I had, like, at that young age that I had all those experiences, I'd probably it'll probably be different. So I want to do that. I want to give back, contribute as much as I can while I'm still here.
Yeah, for sure.
And I still just want to create art, just inspire.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's beautiful. Oh my God, I love that. Just trying to create a space for that you wish you had when you were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hear that. I think that's also kind of what we try to do here with our Black History Month showcase. Just allow students the opportunity to be able to share their artwork in a way, not necessarily artwork specifically, but any creative output that they have, and just be able to share it with everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and just to kind of have that voice for themselves, and because I know sometimes school is a bit structured, you have to do the assignment this way or a certain way, and you don't have that opportunity to be able to like spread your wings and just like be like, hey, this is what I can do, and this is what can come of it. So that's also like this platform. Hopefully you feel that we're just trying to amplify your voice and just kind of give you a platform as well, to be able to share your art with us. And in doing that, we do have one more piece that you brought with you to share with us. Could you tell us a bit about this one?
So this one's actually a school project, school work. The idea was to create an art that depicted my fear, or, my greatest outcome, or my emotion.
Okay.
So I decided to do it off of my fear, because I kind of feel like there's less stories on that. Like, although people are starting to feel confident to talk about stuff, like, there's still that what are people gonna look at when I say those things? Like, there's still that fear. Like, you're still not sure if people are gonna accept it.
Nobody wants to talk about fear. Wait, are you going to tell us what your fear is?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
I was confident to talk about it in class, and I think I can, definitely.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
As a kid, I actually almost drowned when I was young. So I've been scared of water for the longest time. But as growing older, kind of everything kind of changes. Like, you start to see things differently, and eventually you start to accept some things.
Like what?
Like the fear of water.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
Still scared, but a little bit.
Getting there.
Because everything around you starts to seem connected. Like, there's a connection. Your life, your everyday, daily basis, what you do, how you talk, the way you walk, everything starts to connect. So, actually, Centennial, my story, where I'm from, my whole journey, traveling, doing all of that, coming to a new area that I have no idea how it is, how it goes, how cold it is.
Oh my goodness, don't even talk about that.
Yeah, so that kind of, it just made me feel like, okay, man, there's so much I should have been afraid of, but I pushed forward. A lot of people are scared to take that flight. So I felt like, okay, I think I'm confident to talk about this right now. I'm confident to share it, and I think I'm getting there. I'm starting to feel confident to take that leap and actually feel the water. So I wanted to do a piece off of that, and if you look at the piece, there's actually water dripping down from my face, from the top of my head down to my body. And if you look at my expression, kind of feels calm. Like, okay, there's this
Acceptance,
acceptance now.
yeah.
And like, okay, there isn't that much to be afraid of because life itself is scary. Living is scary. So much going on in the world. I actually wish things could be better. But it's just the way it is. We just have to always let love lead. We have to
Love
always
that.
just push through. And that's actually why I kind of just tied this one down and made it. And I actually just wanted to also give a voice to anyone out there that is like over like scared or something. Like it's not so bad when you think about it. When you connect to it, and you also look back on your life and you connect with your life also. Just all of that kind of gives you that confidence to okay, it's not that bad, you know, not that bad. So that's the idea. But this one, the title is actually "What I no get enemy except me."
Okay.
Yeah, but the emotion in the piece says a lot more than the title
Yeah.
because of the expression on my face, the way I'm like, okay, I feel it now. Maybe I might take that step. Just feel the water too. That's the idea behind this one. It's personal, and I feel like it's unique also. It stands out, and the fact that it was done with black colored pencils, black colored tape. It's tape actually, if you look at it at the bottom, to kind of create like a
Yes.
caution sign that this is very sensitive. I should have started off with that, but built it up to it.
That's okay. We got there eventually.
Yeah, so that's like the entire idea of it, and it's just also tied down to my story and how that's what I really want to talk about in my work, and eventually also have the courage to talk about people's work too if they let me. So that's the
Nice.
idea behind this one.
Okay. I love that. I love that piece. I love that you're talking about things that are kind of taboo to talk about, i.e., fear. Um, and it was crazy. Like, I was even just thinking yesterday, like, you hear random sounds, and she's like, oh, who's there? What is that?
Yeah,
And, like, for me, I'm just like, I had to, like, settle myself because I'm just like, okay, Nat, if something's going to attack you, then we'll figure it out then. But until then, let's not let this run rampant and overreact because it's just noises at this point,
true.
right? So let's not overreact. Let's wait till something happens and then act on it. So I like that you mentioned like to get not to get out of fear, but also to like combat fear, to walk in love and just give love.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Let
just
it
kind of
lead.
focus on that, the love that you have, the love that you can share. I love that, yeah. So we are coming down to the last question. I just wanted to know what is one thing that you want to leave with the Centennial student body? Like, what one message would you love to leave, maybe about your story or just about anything that we've spoken about today?
Um, I'd probably just like to leave that idea that um, sometimes coming out of the box isn't as scary as it is. and taking that leap of faith, doing all those things, seeing the world from a different perspective. Yeah, kind of want to leave that because Centennial wasn't my first option,
Oh, I'm hurt.
but I'm grateful that it is now because I don't know what I would have done if I was in a different place. I don't know how life would have felt, but life feels complete here. And I actually wanna leave that with like the Centennial students
Body.
and the future of Centennial. Like when they look back at things like this, like I know they're gonna feel that pressure, like the whole world's coming at them fast. But if you actually connect with it, like it's down to what I said, like connecting with and understanding like what you do. Yeah. So connecting with Centennial, I feel like that's like what I want to leave down with the future and also with the students here because it's amazing. Centennial is amazing.
I agree. I agree. As an alumni, I agree. The connections that you built here, they're unmatched.
I
They're
know.
unmatched. So I agree wholeheartedly with you. Well, thank you so much, Kim, for being here with us today, sharing your artwork with us, being so vulnerable, and just telling us a bit about your story. We'd love to hear it. I'm sure the rest of the student body loved to hear it. And we just wish you the best in all your endeavors. Nicola, we thank you for your story and what you shared about your mother and the beautiful poem in commemoration of her. And we just want to thank you for your contribution to our showcase this year. And now we have Deline to give us our closing remarks.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Cam and Nicola, for sharing, for allowing us in the moment, for just being vulnerable. I mean, I'm sure I speak for the studio audience, everyone here, when I say, we see you, we appreciate you. Thank you. With the ocean of experience that we have to choose from every year, there is no ends to the way that we can share, because we are, after all, storytellers here at Story Art, and we will always find creative ways to express ourselves. And I'm ever so grateful to be amongst this group of people that we don't shy away from telling our stories. We are, after all, storytellers. Thank you, guys. Listen, Black history is intricately woven into Canada's history, and placing a spotlight on a month, that is February, is meant to encourage the exploration of our rich story. It is ours to know, and like we've said so many times today, it's ours to tell. We encourage you to dive in. We offer this video and all our presentations over the years that live on our Facebook and YouTube channels. That's the Story Art Center, in case you're wondering, as part of your journey. Special thanks to the stellar production team of staff and students for this memorable live broadcast. Seriously, guys, I'm shouting out all of my production team here. This is while we have staff and faculty behind the scenes. These are our students doing what they do best, and I'm everlastingly so proud of them. Thanks again to our in-person audience and those joining us online. And we conclude with Natalie's rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing. And we hope that you will take the opportunity to reflect and celebrate the tremendous strides we have made in Canada. Good afternoon.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise higher as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Oh, let us march on till victory